Here to talk about where things stand for hundreds of thousands of Californians that could be at risk of eviction, KCBS political reporter Doug Sovern. Thanks for being here. The clock is really running out.
Yeah, it's ticking down to the wire here. I mean, the eviction moratorium statewide expires midnight Thursday, March 31st. They're trying to get something done. The Assembly passed overwhelmingly an extension. The Senate working on it, expected to pass it as well. And then the governor, we anticipate, would sign it. But this would extend the moratorium 3 more months, get people to the end of June, but only if, and it's a big if, only if you have already applied for state rental assistance. And maybe you've heard these ads on the radio that they're running now reminding people, hey, this money's available. Get your application in, because if you don't have the application in by the close of business March 31st, you're out of luck and your landlord can start the process to evict you. But if you do, or if you already applied and you're waiting for the money because there's a backlog at the state and getting that money out, then you'd get another 3 months to the end of June. And that seems to be where they are now as far as what they're going to pass.
Now, these are all pandemic era restrictions. The moratorium was put into effect so people didn't lose their homes during the pandemic. And this could be part of a slew of rules, regulations, policies we saw be put in place during the pandemic that are now expiring or now losing funding. What could that mean for politicians?
Yeah, I mean, think about that. We're more than 2 years into this, and all these emergency measures and emergency funds and special moratoriums, they keep getting extended. They're running out. And if the pandemic does wane, as we're seeing the numbers continue to improve, at some point these things all peter out, right? And there's no more. Now, there is still a lot of money out there. There's billions of federal dollars still unspent that California got for things like this. So the money's still there to help people with rent in this case and for other programs. But at some point, people are tired of this. They want to move on. The politicians won't be able to pass any more of these things. We're going to go back to quote unquote normal. We'll see if there's an impact to follow for politicians when suddenly people are getting evicted again. And they say, well, the pandemic's over. We can't protect you, which is why you've seen on the eviction piece, local jurisdictions like San Francisco pass their own protections measures to kick in once all these emergency things are over. But now those are on hold under this state law that would put those on pause until this moratorium, if the extension is passed, is complete. So we're going to have to see how this all shakes out. Of course, it's going to be a brave new world for everybody, right, as we go back to the old normal after the new normal once the pandemic is over.
All right, a lot of moving parts here. Doug Sovern with KCBS Radio. Thanks for your insight on that.
Thanks, Anne.